Good day everyone. Let us begin with how to write and present quantitative findings. Quantitative research deals with number, so the presentation of findings should be structured, precise and supported by statistical evidences. The first step is to provide a clear description of your data set. This includes the sample size, demographic characteristics and response rates. This context helps readers understand the scope and limitation of the study. Next, you present the descriptive statistics such as means, percentages, and the standard deviation. These provide a snapshot of your data. For example, you might report that the average satisfaction score among respondents was 4.2 out of 5. Then move to the inferential statistics, which test your hypothesis. This may include t-test, chi-square test and correlation, regression, or ANOVA. When presenting these, it is important to explain not just the number but what they mean in plain language. For instance, instead of only saying the correlation coefficient is 0.62, you should also state this shows a strong positive relationship between study hours and exam performances. Visual aids are very important in quantitative findings. Tables, graphs, and chart helps audiences quickly grasp pattern and relationships. A bar chart, for example, can show differences between the group at a glance, while scatter plot can demonstrate correlations. Finally, avoid overloading your audiences with raw numbers, highlight the key findings that answer your research questions, and so on. Always tie your statistical result back to the objective of your study. In summary, writing and presenting quantitative finding is about combining the clarity, accuracy, and relevance. Use numbers to tell a story, but ensure the story is understandable even to those without advanced statistical training. Now, let us turn to the qualitative findings. Unlike quantitative results, which are based on number, qualitative findings focus on narrative, meanings, and themes. When presenting them, the goal is to show how participants' voices and experiences provide insight into your research question. The process begins with organizing your data into themes or categories. For instance, if you conducted interview on online learning, your themes might include flexibility, technical challenges, and sense of isolation. Presenting these themes in a logical sequence makes the findings clear and engaging. A key feature of qualitative reporting is the use of direct quotation. Quotes from participants provide authenticity and bring findings to life. For example, instead of simply saying students felt isolated, you might include a participant's word, "I felt like I was studying alone without any real connection to my classmates." Visual tools can also help. Word clouds, thematic maps, or conceptual diagrams illustrates how themes are connected. However, the main strength of qualitative findings lies in the rich description and storytelling. It's also important to show how themes were derived. This includes explaining the coding process or giving example of how data were grouped. Such transparency builds trust in your analysis. When writing, avoid making broad generalization. Instead, highlight the depth of individual experiences and explain how this reflects the larger research question. In short, presenting qualitative finding is about giving voice to participants, highlighting patterns in meaning, and weaving a narrative that answers your research objective. Finally, let's discuss how to present finding from a mixed method approach. Because mixed method combine both quantitative and qualitative results, the challenge is not only to present them clearly but also to show how they complement each other. One common strategy is sequential presentation. You might first present the quantitative finding, such as survey results showing 70% of employees report job stress, followed by qualitative findings that explain why, perhaps through interview describing heavy workloads and lack of support. This approach moves from number to meaning. Another strategy is integrated presentation, when quantitative and qualitative findings are presented together within the same theme. For example, under the theme work-life balance, you could report both the numerical data on average working hours and the personal stories employees shared about their family challenges. When presenting mixed method findings, use visual displays to highlight integration and joint displays table or diagram that show how qualitative themes align with the quantitative result, which are spatially effective. The most important part is the discussion of convergence and divergence. Convergence means both types of data point in the same direction, strengthening your conclusion. And divergence means the findings differ, which may reveal complexity or the need for further study. In your writing or presentation, always emphasize how combining methods gave a richer and more complete understanding than either method alone could provide. In short, presenting mixed method finding is about weaving together numbers and narrative to produce a balanced, holistic account of the research outcome.